All right, another 3-day weekend for me, and this weekend I'm gonna focus in the pantry. My idea is I need to get a light in there. You're gonna be grabbing the door with your right hand, you're gonna come in, and for me it's more natural for me to reach over and turn on a light switch on that side than it is to flip my hand off this way and hit a light switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a light switch on this side and run a power light to the ceiling. And that light's gonna be focused somewhere in the center. Now, I've thought about it, like I said, 12 to 18 inches deep shelves on the back, 2 side walls. Now on the side walls here, I'll probably run shelves as well, maybe not 12 to 18 inches, maybe just 6 or 8 inches. Probably have a nice little rounded edge on it when you're coming in, so it's not that big of a deal, and it still gives you room to actually walk in there. I mean, you're not going to walk in here really deep, but you might want to, get up in here and put stuff up there. So there's those ideas as well. Now, originally, when we first started looking at this project, we saw the refrigerator plug, and then once I ripped out the walls, I found out that that circuit is actually running the outlets on that side of the wall. I did check the breaker box, and that is a 20 amp breaker running 12-2 wire, and it's running just that side. There's another breaker that I looked at when I was looking at the circuit breaker that is running the outlets on this side. Since there's already an outlet underneath the coffee bar thing, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run 12-2 from there for the refrigerator instead of trying to go around the corner and run it all the way that way. This is going to be a straight run across maybe 5 studs, and I can get right behind the refrigerator and put the outlet in there. That's the plan for this weekend. Oh, there is a technique I'm going to try with the drywall. I'm going to try something in this pantry, and if I like it, then I'm just going to keep doing that for the rest of the house, and I'm going to make my way back around. Alright, so in the pantry and the rest of the kitchen, I'm going to be using these smart tunable lights. I use them in the living room and the stairwell. And I really love them because I can control them with the Amazon lady. And they're really cool because they're really simple to wire. Really simple to wire. So it comes with this junction box. You open up the junction box, and it has the 3 wires with these, I don't know what you want to call them. I call them like a smart wire nut, because instead of the twisty, you literally just snip your wire, clean it up like ½ inch, and then push it in there and you're done. The only bad thing about these things is they're not reusable. So if you are constantly redoing things in your wiring system, you're gonna start losing length of wire each time that you gotta snip this off, cut another ½ inch, push another one on. 6 months later you come back and oh, you want to do another one, snip it off. Luckily, like this one, you can handle 3 in. The ones that I buy are like 4. So the nice thing I like about them is, like, you just snip that ½ inch, shove it in there. So like in this box, this little junction box, you do the little knockout, run your wire in there, connect it, close this up. You could, I mean, there are 2 mounting holes. You could mount this up into the joist up in the attic, and then you have this wiring. Now, this one, boom, that's it, okay? Now, when it comes down to the ceiling is painted, it's textured, it's all that good stuff, and it's ready to go. You grab that wire, you hook it up, and then you just got this. This is the only thing that's holding this light up. You don't have to put a box up in the thing, because what you do, it's almost like a little mouse trap. You fold these up, pop them into your hole that's perfectly drilled, and let go of it. And then what it does is it sandwiches, if my hand was the drywall, it sandwiches it in there, and they are tight to the ceiling. So that's what I'm going to go with. And like I said, you can tune it all the way up to however high you want the brightness. You can do like bright white, you can do a dull white. If you really want to have fun with it, It has actually RGB as well, so you can do red, green, blue, all the shades of the rainbow. It's really awesome because you can like really set whatever mood that you want in the house. So I think that's awesome. I'm putting one right dead center of the pantry. Now the nice thing about having this controlled by the Amazon lady, and yes, I'm saying that for a reason because I don't want you guys have to be constantly yelling at your Amazon lady to not do what I'm trying to say what to do. I can actually set this up. I can say, Amazon lady, turn on my pantry light. Amazon lady, turn on the sink light. Turn on this light. Turn on that light. Turn on the living room. If everything is actually powered on, because like I said, I'm still going to wire a switch. So this will be in the pantry. As soon as you open the door, to the left there'll be a switch. Later down the road, when I sell the house, if that person doesn't want to have an Amazon lady in their house, they can still have control of their lights. Now, this one is controlled by another app. It's called Hubspace. It works just as well as the Amazon lady. So yeah, I can actually control each different zone separately, or I can be like, hey, let there be light, and every single one of these lights in the whole entire house will turn on. I can say, hey, good night. All the lights will turn off in the whole entire house, which for me, that's nice because I'm in this house by myself. I could be all the way in the bedroom and like, hey, turn off the lights or good night or whatever, and I don't have to worry about lights still on somewhere else in the house. That's the nice part about it. If you do have kids, this would work great too because, hey, we all know that kids leave lights on, significant others leave lights on. So you can just be like, hey, good night. All the lights in the whole entire house turn off. Beautiful. The ones that are controlled like this. So that's why I decided to go with these. These are commercial electric LED smart tunable recessed light kits. I got it at the Home Depot. $31 for the 4-inch, $35 or $36 for the 6-inch. So, oh, that's 6-inch. So, it works for me. Works for my budget. I'm gonna put this in and show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So, like I said before, I'm gonna come in here, grab with my right hand, come across, and hit a light switch. This is awesome. That is more than enough light, I think, for a pantry. What do you guys think? Alright, well, let me get to that refrigerator outlet. I'm just going to keep on going for the night. Alright, as promised, I am trying a new technique as far as texturing. Instead of having a sand, mud, all that kind of fun stuff. So, what I did is I did one layer of taping the seams and filling the nail holes. And then what I did is I came back through with an orbital sander on 220, sanded everything smooth. I have started the texture process just to see if I like it. I'm going to go with it. Future plans might be better to do maybe 2 coats on the seams. So let me show you what it looks like so far. Hopefully we can see. So like you really got to get into the corners. And this is still wet, so hopefully it doesn't look as bad. Like obviously I can see the nail holes right now. And I can see the seams, and turn the light around here. So you can kind of see the texture going. Starting to dry a little bit. So I still need to do up around here, up around there, and on that side. Might run into a little problem right here on the door frame because it was pretty thick right here, and I tried to put another coat on. It's not quite dry yet. So let me show you what we're actually doing here. Now, you got a paint roller, 3/4 inch nap, and I got some pancake batter. No, not really. It's actually drywall mud that's been watered down quite a lot. So let's add more to the bucket here. Okay. And then all we're doing is getting that nap in there, 3/4 inch nap. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start on the corner here. That way I can get into that corner. Run across that top there. And the nice thing about it is it's not a consistent. The same thing when you're painting, you don't want to have like streaks in it where the edge of the roller's at. You don't want to do something like that. Just kind of crisscross. Let's see if I can go across this door frame here. Yeah, obviously I just patched a nail hole right there, so that's going to show up. But that's why I'm practicing in the closet. You can see it's really kicked on there, guys. I think in the future on inside corners, I'll spend a little bit more time, maybe 2 or 3 coats to clean that corner up a little bit better. Back here where I started. Let's go around here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry for a while. I mean, I have an appointment to take one of the pups to the vet, make sure everything's okay with him, get his 1-year checkup done. So I'm going to let that dry during the day. I've looked up other techniques similar to this, and they let it dry for 30 minutes, then came back with a 12-inch trowel and knocked it flat. I mean, I actually kind of like that. I mean, it's not, to me, it doesn't look like it's going to be rough. It's not ridges sticking up or anything like that. So that might be just an added step that I don't think I want to do. That'd be more like an orange peel look or something like that. But I actually kind of like this look, so we're gonna go with it for now. We're gonna try it in this pantry, and put a coat of paint on it and see how much is covered up. Before I do that, I'm gonna look at it again when it's 100% dry in there, see if I can still see the screw nails. If I can, I might just come back with another coat, real thin coat of this mud, and just do another layer of it. I mean, just add even more texture to it, texture on top of texture, right? So I'm gonna clean up this stuff, and I'll bring you guys back when it's dry, and we'll talk about it then. All right, so that first coat of texture is dried, and it looks like I'll be needing to do a second coat. Reason why is because I had a couple places along the door jamb where I kind of rushed doing the first layer of texture, and it wasn't quite dry yet, so patched that up off camera, obviously, and sanded it, put in a coat of mud, sanded it, so it's ready to go now. There was a couple other places along the seams where the tape curled, and I think it was just because there wasn't enough mud on there. So when I do the rest, I'll probably do a little bit more prep work before I go straight into the texturing. So I've already taken the light down, and what I need to do now is just go ahead and throw that second coat of texture on. All right, folks, so here I am just hanging out in the pantry. I went ahead and put that second coat of texture on, and then I went ahead and just got in here and painted it real quick. Went with the same paint that I'll be using for the ceiling in the kitchen, just a ultra bright ceiling white. For now, I just wanted to get it painted, that way I could figure out. I mean, honestly, I don't think I really need to go with a different paint in here, because this is a pantry, and with the one light in here, I want it to reflect a lot. So now the nice thing about it is I can have a little fun with it, you know, because like I said, these are really cool lights. I can come in here and green it out, become the Incredible Hulk. Come in here and woo, nice and red. I mean, just look how that light just like floods the place, right? So, and this is not me playing with an editor program. That is the light just doing its thing there. I got it on my app here. You can see I'm playing with the colors. So yeah, it's just, you know, just your normal everyday pantry. So put that away here. Now I still need to obviously trim it out, and my plan is to go along the top, do crown molding, which is probably a good thing because I didn't really do a very good job mudding those corners. And hopefully we can see that texture now. So, and like I said, I did do only one coat of mud in here. And so, yeah, I can see that seam. So, in the rest of the house, I will go ahead and do a couple more coats of mud there. In here, what I'll probably do just to get away with that is I'll put my outlets in, and then I'll put a shelf right there on that seam so it kind of hides it. Same thing with the corners. I need to do just a little more work in the corners on the rest of the house. But I mean, just overall, like that texture came out really nice. I really like it. Besides that seam, I mean, I see a couple small nail holes, but definitely not nearly as noticeable as other jobs that I've done where I've done a smooth wall and just called it good. And this is not so much, like I said, I can run my hand across that and I don't feel like it doesn't hurt. Like it's not, it doesn't need to be knocked down. It doesn't need to be sanded. I think it looks perfect. Oh my goodness, looking at that door. Whew. This door is going to be need painted. Oh, we'll be putting trim all the way around the door, so that won't be as bad. But yeah, might end up having to paint that door to figure out. So, on the next couple episodes, you guys are going to have to bear with me because I'm going to try to break it up to where like this episode was just a pantry build. Next episode, I think I'm going to work on getting that ceiling knocked out and completed. But to be able to do the ceiling completely, I got to do the walls too. But I'm going to save all the footage for the walls for another video. So keep that in mind as you're watching the next video, that you're going to see clips jump in and out and be like, hey, did I miss something? No, you didn't miss something. I'm just jumping ahead a little bit. That way I finish the project and you guys see the part of it being finished. So we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.